Pedro Acosta identifies Marc Marquez as primary contender for 2026 MotoGP season. KTM Factory writer Pedro Acosta has formally identified reigning world champion Marc Marquez as the central figure to overcome in the upcoming 2026 MotoGP season. Despite Marquez currently undergoing rehabilitation for a significant shoulder injury, Acosta maintains that the Spaniard's recent performance levels establish him as the definitive benchmark for the premier class. The assessment from the young Spaniard comes during a period of transition for the sport, as teams conclude their launch events and prepare for the initial phases of preseason testing. Acosta's comments, delivered during the official KTM 2026 season launch on Tuesday, underscore a widespread recognition within the paddock regarding the competitive standards set by the incumbent champion. To understand the current landscape of MotoGP, one must look at the comprehensive performance displayed by Marc Marquez throughout the 2025 season. Following his high-profile move to the factory Ducati Lenovo team, Marquez secured his 7th Premier Class world title in a manner that many analysts described as clinical. The transition to the Ducati platform appeared to provide Marquez with the technical stability required to utilize his aggressive riding style effectively. However, the season concluded on a challenging note. Just 1 week after securing the world title, Marquez suffered a complicated shoulder fracture during a high-speed accident at the Indonesian Grand Prix. This injury forced an early end to his season and necessitated a rigorous postseason surgical and recovery program. Despite the physical setbacks faced by the champion, Pedro Acosta remains resolute in his evaluation of the field. Acosta, who is widely regarded as one of the most promising talents in Ballot Motor, believes that the #1 status remains firmly with Marquez until proven otherwise on the track.
I mean, he might not want it, but he is the one who should have the #1 on his fairing, Acosta stated during the KTM launch event. The remark reflects a pragmatic view of the current competitive hierarchy. For Acosta, the combination of Marquez's natural talent and the proven performance of the Ducati Desmos Adichie creates a formidable challenge for any rival manufacturer.
Acosta's own trajectory is a point of significant interest for fans and analysts alike. As he enters the MotoGP 2026 season with the factory KTM squad, the pressure to disrupt the Ducati dominance is substantial. KTM has invested heavily in technical development, seeking to close the gap that emerged during the previous 2 seasons. Acosta's role in this development is crucial, as his feedback will dictate the evolution of the RC16 prototype. The immediate focus for the paddock now shifts to the physical condition of the defending champion. Reports from the Marquez camp suggest that the recovery process is proceeding according to the established medical timeline. Marquez is currently scheduled to participate in the upcoming preseason tests at the Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia. However, questions remain regarding his full physical fitness. A shoulder injury of this complexity requires not only bone healing, but also the restoration of specific muscle groups essential for managing the extreme G-forces of a MotoGP machine. The Sepang test will serve as a crucial indicator of whether Marquez can maintain his 2025 form or if the injury will necessitate a more cautious approach to the start of the MotoGP 2026 season. The narrative surrounding Marquez's fitness has become a recurring berita viral within the motorsport community. The ability of an athlete to return from repeated high-impact injuries is a subject of constant scrutiny. For his competitors, any perceived weakness could offer a strategic opening, yet Acosta's comments suggest that the grid is preparing for a Marquez who is at full strength. The rivalry between KTM and Ducati is expected to define much of the 2026 narrative. Ducati currently holds a numerical and technical advantage, with multiple bikes on the grid providing a vast repository of data. Their 2025 success was not merely a result of rider talent, but also of an aerodynamic and electronic package that set new standards for the class. KTM, conversely, has adopted an aggressive development cycle. By securing Acosta in their factory lineup, they have signaled their intent to challenge for the title directly. The Austrian manufacturer has focused on improving corner entry stability and power delivery, areas where the Ducati has previously held a clear edge. Acosta's acknowledgement of Marquez as the man to beat serves as a motivational catalyst for the KTM engineering team. It establishes a clear objective: to provide a machine capable of competing with a rider of Marquez's caliber. As the 2026 season approaches, the professional consensus remains focused on the resilience of the defending champion. While the physical toll of the 2025 finale remains a factor, the sporting credentials of Marc Marquez continue to command the highest level of respect from his peers. Pedro Acosta's statements have clarified the expectations for the year ahead. The 2026 season will not merely be a quest for a new champion, but a test of whether the established order can be disrupted by a new generation of riders. For now, the focus remains on the upcoming tests in Sepang, where the first data points of this renewed rivalry will finally be recorded.